You're watching ESPN's Feast Week, presented by Lowe's.
You're watching the ACC on ESPN, and this Sunday afternoon at Cameron Indoor Stadium here in Durham, North Carolina, it's the Duke Blue Devils at 5-1 and the Utah State Aggies at 4-0 out of the Mountain West Conference. Mike Cousins with two-time ACC Coach of the Year, Seth Greenberg. Glad to have you along. And Seth, Utah State 4-0, and they may play in the Mountain West, but they're not intimidated to come here to the heart of the ACC.
Utah State has a rich basketball tradition. In fact, they're the 6th winningest program in college basketball since 2000. They've been to 8 NCAA tournaments in that time. They will not be intimidated in this environment.
First real competition for Utah State. Quite the opposite for Duke. They've lost to Kentucky, but have played Georgetown and played it close with Yale. Mike Krzyzewski picking up win 950 here at Duke on Wednesday. Opening tip controlled by the Blue Devils and into the hands of Matt Jones. Les Jones, Tim Comer, and Tim Clockerty, the officials this afternoon. Ball on the floor. And a jump ball going the other way.
Duke starts off. Grayson Allen has been as good as any player in the country in the past 2 weeks, averaging 22 points a game, but more importantly, it's how he scores. He is always in attack mode.
Full court pressure from Duke to open things up. Darius Perkins across midcourt, a senior from Florida. Plumlee knocks it loose from Elston Jones.
I expect Utah State to try to spread out Duke, try to drive them, get in the lane, and move them.
Moore driving on Ingram, fades away, but draws the foul as he hits the deck on the baseline.
Jalen Moore is a really tough matchup. Besides having great hair, which is something I really can't comment on, he's a hard matchup because he's 6'7". He can put the ball on the floor. He can shoot it with range. Has struggled shooting it this year, but last year shot almost 40% from the three.
It is worth noting, Seth, that the hair has been 4 years in the making for Jalen Moore, the native of North Logan, Utah.
Mine's been 59 years in the unmaking.
First points on the board belong to the Aggies. Last year went 18-13. Their season ended in the Mountain West Conference tournament. Too good for Moore. Again, that foul on Ingram, who's been a vital part of the 1-3-1 zone defense utilized by Duke in the early going this season. Allen triggers a three, top of the key. It's short, his own rebound. Step back, no. Right block, the putback is good. Emil Jefferson has two.
Emil Jefferson, one of the best offensive rebounds in college basketball. The ball just finds him. He pursues the ball on every missed shot.
Perry trapped in the corner. That's exactly what Duke wants. Jones and Plumlee come over to take it away. Allen's on the run.
Coach K, the main focus for this basketball game is to make sure that they can maintain a defensive intensity. He doesn't want to have to play that 1-3-1 zone.
Jefferson drives and goes right by Moore for his second bucket. And you see that intensity on full display as the Blue Devils pick up full court.
And that's the problem when you have a young basketball team. Getting them to understand and defend instinctively, that's the challenge, to maintain the defensive intensity for the whole possession and communicate.
Smith left it short. It's picked up under the basket. Smith, through a double team, scores off the window. 4-all.
And that's a perfect example. You've got to finish the possession. You've got to stay with the play. You can't get ahead of yourself. Right there, Duke struggled finishing the possession.
Plumlee outside his scoring range. Gives for Jones. And that's a foul on Darius Perkins. First season at the helm for Tim Duryea after 14 seasons as an assistant. What's the biggest difference for him now, jumping from the assistant role into being a head coach?
Well, the first difference is it's the difference between making suggestions and making decisions, but really it's time management. You've got so many different people pulling at you, whether it's administration, whether it's fundraising, whether it's the media. It's a totally different job. He's kind of like the Bill Guthridge of Utah State. former North Carolina assistant.
Beautiful post move, and Jefferson can't finish. He's got all 4 Duke points so far. 2.5 minutes in. Smith going baseline. And that's a foul on Jones. Mike Krzyzewski very calm before this one with his young team. 950 of his 1,023 career wins here at Duke.
He understands with this young basketball team it is a process. He needs to be patient with them. And first and foremost, you've got to get this team to play hard, compete, and be connected defensively.
Jones, a nice finish over the left shoulder, scoring over Plumlee.
Now, if they keep on sticking it on the block like that, I'm not sure how patient he's going to be.
Now Plumlee trying to answer, drives, fouled, and the bucket is good.
This is the difference in Marshall Plumlee right now. He has the ability to catch on the block, but he can also face, attack you, and finish through contact. He is one of the most improved players in college basketball. He was terrific in Champions Classic against Kentucky, getting to the glass. Now he's showing some versatility.
Numbers up this year, averaging 26 minutes a game thus far, after last year about 9.5 minutes a game were a career high. Vastly different roster than it was a year ago in the national championship season. A 3-on-2 break. Jones kicks to the corner, and Smith triggers a 3. In and out. And there's Ingram in the mix for the rebound. Picked up 1 foul early and pestered on the perimeter by Smith.
Ingram is really a talented young player. He's getting used to the physicality of the game and playing through contact. He's got to play lower to the ground with a better base.
They went out of a 1-4 set. Jones a step back and clangs it off the front iron.
This is a Utah State team that will run on opportunity, but they're going to try to spread Duke out and attack him off the bounce.
Ball out of bounds off of Elston Jones. It's Duke basketball. 16:09 here in the first half. No Derek Thornton here in the starting lineup for the Blue Devils. Is that a message from Mike Krzyzewski?
I think you've got to be able to hold your players accountable. And Mike Krzyzewski doesn't start Thornton. He struggled a little bit against Yale. He gives Ingram the start because he played very well against Yale. That sends a message not only to Derek Thornton, but to the rest of your team.
Looking to get it inside for Jefferson. Good feed from the top for Plumlee. Big to big, and he scores with the left hand. 6 now for Emil Jefferson.
Really good job of attacking that 2-3 zone, isolating Emil Jefferson on the block. That's where his game has improved.
More offensive foul, pushing off against Grayson Allen. His first foul. Duke with a 3-point lead early on, powered by 6 from Emil Jefferson.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Lowe's. Lowe's, never stop improving. Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports. And Alka-Seltzer Plus Day Cold and Flu.
Welcome back to Feast Week, presented by Lowe's. Back here at Cameron Indoor, and a 9-6 early lead for Duke. Mike Cousins, Seth Greenberg, 9 points, 3 from Plumlee, 6 from Emil Jefferson, whose game has grown immensely.
Emil Jefferson established himself in the low block, but more importantly, you see the message from Mike Krzyzewski. They are going to punch the ball inside. Jefferson's been active, and Plumlee's attacking it off the bounce. Be interesting to see how Utah State now that they've settled in, how they deal with the pressure of Duke. Look for them to go zone coming out of this timeout.
And a quick substitution as well for Duke. We see Derek Thornton, the freshman out of Findlay Prep, in the game for the first time today.
Utah State man-to-man, and Shane Rector for Utah State enters the game. Look for him to attack off the bounce and be aggressive. Look for the pace of the game now to pick up for Utah State.
Grayson Allen gets his first 2. The lead stretches to 5 for Duke. Rector for Perry, who drives the lane. and had the mismatch against Plumlee.
Great execution coming out of the timeout, isolating off that ball screen, and Perry doing a good job of attacking and playing to and through Marshall Plumlee. Coming out of this timeout, this quick little zipper cut, but watch how Perry attacks the hedge defender. In the old days, you could bump that guy, but with the new rules, you got to keep your hands off. You got to keep your dribble alive. As an offensive player, Perry with a terrific finish. Great execution by Utah State coming out of the timeout. Here's this 1-1-3 zone. It's UNLV back in the day played this zone. Boyd Grant, the old Fresno State coach, is the architect of this defense.
The Aggies rotating well, but Allen is open in the corner for three, shooting 50% from deep. He's got 5.
And shooting it so confidently, but Duke, they see the zone, they get the ball reversed, and they get the ball to their best shooter with room and rhythm.
Smith, their leading scorer, with 17. Plumlee backing off, and no bucket for Moore.
Duke will play faster with Thornton in the game, and Jones and Allen especially, because they can play ahead of the defense. They'll get more scoring opportunities.
High-low feed. Plumlee fading away with the left hand and draws the foul as he was undercut by Lou Evans. Transfer from Tulsa, his first foul.
Duke saw the zone, and what do? They got good ball reversal, good penetration and kick, and then find Grayson Allen. He's averaging 2.5 threes a game, but more importantly, the patience and poise to move the defense when they see the zone and get the ball to Grayson Allen, who's shooting 50 from the 3.
Considering the discussion of how young this team is that impressive for where they've maybe had some deficiencies on the defensive end, their patience on the offensive end to find the open man?
And especially when Thornton goes to the point guard, all of a sudden now, Matt Jones is to his natural position. Grayson Allen can play freed up, and the ball moves a little bit quicker. The ball at times gets stuck with Matt Jones at the point, and they don't play as fast or as freed up offensively.
It's a 12-2 run for Duke right now after Plumlee hits the bench after his second trip to the free throw line.
And this is a typical Duke run here in Cameron. It'll be interesting to see how Utah State handles this.
Drive to the basket, and an open path for Julian Perry, the sophomore from Texas, has 4.
When you play Duke, they're going to defend the full floor. If they defend the full floor, you've got to drive the basketball, create spacing, and drive it.
Ingram, top of the key, can't connect. Into the corner. Evans going baseline. And a whistle on the baseline. 13-13 here in the first half. Tuesday night Big Ten ACC Challenge presented by the U.S. Marine Corps. A doubleheader on ESPN. 7:30, it's Virginia, Ohio State. And then number 2, Maryland and North Carolina. Marcus Page questionable there for the Tar Heels with that fractured right hand. Says maybe he'll be about 90% against the Terps.
How about Virginia averaging 81 points a game? Now, their tempo is down, but their points are up. Perfect example of the new rules.
There's some youth for Duke. Ingram had picked up his second foul. Chase Jeter, the freshman from Bishop Gorman High School, is in and immediately picks up his first foul.
This is a Utah State team that's played at the Thomas and Mack at UNLV. They've played at the Pitt at New Mexico. They've been in tough environments at the Marriott Center at BYU. They are not going to be intimidated in this environment.
And a size mismatch there as Moore at 6'9" turns and scores.
Coach K was talking about defensive intensity and maintaining intensity. He cannot be happy with those last 2 field goals.
Young lineup right now with 3 freshmen on the floor. Thornton up top, Luke Kennard, a great left-handed shooter in the game, as well as Jeter, the big man. Thornton the drive, drop off for Jeter. He can't handle it, but it's off the Aggies, and it stays here.
And that's what Thornton gives you. He gives you the ability to get downhill off the bounce, draw a second defender, and get you easy baskets. Duke likes to try to score underneath out of bounds. I call it special situations. When you get in a league play, it's like stealing a basket.
Gordon, the freshman who reclassified to come here to Duke this year with a nice feed inside for Allen, who sealed off his defender.
Terrific execution. They saw the zone. Allen gets inside that weak side defender. Excellent game preparation.
Penetration has not been hard to come by for Utah State into the lane. No finish from Rector. Quick pull-up. Thornton knocks it in and out. Handoff. Chris Smith, 3. No. Jefferson, a strong rebound. Leading rebounder on this team, averaging a double-double. And Jeter loses it. Utah State basketball when we come back with Duke up by 6.
Special situations, you've got to be able to execute. Right here, terrific execution. Grayson Allen gets inside the weak side defender. Blue Devils up 6. Duke is one of the most efficient offensive teams in college basketball. Why? Because they have balance. They can punch it inside and score it. They've had 5 post touches for 7 points, but they also can reverse the basketball and knock down a 3. Right there, nice skip pass and the extra pass that creates easy scoring opportunities. Duke's ability to put pressure on the defense in the paint and on the perimeter makes them one of the most efficient offensive teams in college basketball.
Seth, are they the number 6 team in the country right now?
I think they're the 6th team in progress. You know what I mean by that? You know, there's tremendous parity right now in college basketball. Teams really are still developing an identity. It's really better understanding who they are and how they win. This Duke team is all about the potential, and the potential of Brandon Ingram, who's better understanding what it takes to be successful at this level, how hard you need to play. Integrating Derek Thornton in terms of when he has the basketball, playing Allen and Jones on the wing. So they're going to be a very good team, but they must defend consistently.
Up top, Evans gets a good look from 3. Plumlee there for the rebound for Duke. Grayson Allen, Emil Jefferson have 13 of the 18 Duke points right now. Thornton resets straight away. Shot clock at 15. Grayson Allen, the ACC's leading scorer. Down to 7 now. Plumlee out of his element. Thornton with 4. Off the ball screen. He's got to pull the trigger inside the arc. And it's out of bounds. Back to Utah State. Well defended by the Aggies.
Terrific job of Utah State right there. I call them keyhole defense. You got your toes to the 3-point line. You keep everything in front. You force them to shoot a contested jump shot. That's what Tim Duryea wants.
Grayson Moore passes back. Darius Perkins can't connect. Kennard sets it up for Duke. And he gets bumped on the perimeter. Foul on Grayson Moore. Redshirt senior from North Logan, Utah, with his first foul.
This is a Utah State team that last year really shot the 3. Right now, they are really struggling shooting the ball from range. They lost David Collette, who decided to transfer the week before the season started. He was their best low post scorer. Without him, it's easier to get out and pressure the perimeter jump shooters of Utah State.
A big blow there. The redshirt sophomore forward. And a freshman guard, Luke Kennard, connecting from deep. Only shooting 17% from range. Connects there. Make it 21-12.
He's a big-time jump shooter. That will change significantly as the season moves along.
Evans goes baseline, reverse layup, not there. And the ball loose, controlled by Utah State. Once Kennard gets going, the second leading high school scorer in the state of Ohio's history, can be dangerous. Jefferson rejects Evans from behind. Here comes Jones. Kennard a ball fake, out for Jones, a 3 on the way. And Jefferson stepped on the baseline. Duke turns it over.
To be a good defensive team, you've got to be active and alert and see plays. Emil Jefferson doing a great job of staying with the play and contesting it at the rim. Emil Jefferson, he's impacting the game on the defensive end, and he is hard to keep off the offensive glass.
Ranks 4th nationally in offensive rebounds per game with just over 5. 9.5 minutes to go here in the first half at Cameron Indoor, and a 9-point lead for Duke. Aggies are 0 for their last 6. Ball out of bounds. Who touched it last? Grayson Allen did.
Duke's done a great job taking Chris Smith out of the game. If you look at the lineup right now for Utah State, where are they going to go and get their scoring? Perkins has really struggled shooting the basketball. Rector can get in the lane, but their bigs cannot finish over the length of Duke.
Going on about 3.5 minutes since their last field goal. The Aggies looking to get that scoring going. The ball into Evans. Great hedge there from Plumlee, and it forces the turnover given to Kennard. Had Allen open on the wing, but didn't see him.
Utah State needs to get Chris Smith back in the game, and they need to get him going.
Kennard on a contested jumper. He's got 5.
Big part for Kennard is knowing where his shots are coming from. When you move from high school to college, you're in a new system, you really don't know where your shots are coming from. As he gets an understanding of that, his shooting percentage will improve significantly.
The Aggies end their scoring drop, 23-14. The rhythm has significantly picked up for the Blue Devils here in the last few minutes offensively. Allen drives, comes up short. Boy, that looked a lot like that running hook shot from LeBron James for a game winner.
Easy, Cousins, easy. Let's back off of that one right now. LeBron James, Grayson Allen, they were not separated at birth.
Not the same growing up in Ohio as it is in Florida. 8:21 here first half. Mike Cousins, Seth Greenberg with you from Durham, North Carolina. Kennard had made his last 2, comes up short from 3 there. Kennard tried the steal. Blue Devils recover defensively. In the post, another nice hook from Elston Jones, the sophomore out of Goodyear, Arizona.
They've got to get more of that. Jones really patient on there. And when you're a big player, you've got to establish yourself, but you need to be patient and try to move the defense.
Trying to run Kennard off of screens for a 3. The freshman drives, draws contact, and the bucket falls. Chance for a 3-point play for Luke Kennard.
Utah State needs to establish themselves in the low block, and Elston Jones did a nice job right there. Here's Luke Kennard attacking the basket, playing to and through contact. Blue Devils in control.
Nissan's holiday event, now with special Black Friday offers.
Right now, get up to 1,000 bonus cash. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
An eagle on the back 9. A new sports car in your garage. Making a wise investment. All good reasons for a steak dinner.
Taco Bell's new Boss Wraps. A double portion of steak loaded up and grilled to go. It's a whole new take on steak.
After this game, the Wooden Legacy Tournament continues. UC Irvine and Evansville, 2:30 Eastern, followed by Boise State and Arizona. The big one tonight, ESPN 2, 10 Eastern. Michigan State, number 3, and Providence with a couple of triple-double machines waiting to happen there, Seth.
Ed Cooley's done an unbelievable job with this basketball team, and Chris Dunn is the real deal. He attacks you off the bounce. He's a terrific on- and off-ball defender, and he has the ability to score. And Denzel Valentine, he might be right now today the National Player of the Year. He's shooting the ball with confidence. He had a huge triple-double against Kansas in the Champions Classic, and he's built off of that performance.
And a great supporting cast there in East Lansing as well. After the free throw, Luke Kennard has the last 8 points for Duke, a 10-point lead. And in the post, a fight for it. Elston Jones the rebound, and a kick out, chance for 3. The Aggies have not shot very well from deep. Shane Rector comes up empty.
Once again, a good job for Utah State coming out of that timeout. They isolated Chris Smith on the block, but he was unable to finish.
As you mentioned, Seth, coming into this game, the Aggies last year a great three-point shooting team. This year only at 31% as a team. Fourth turnover by Duke. Back the other way. Jalen Moore runs the floor and gets a pair.
You got to run on opportunity, get some easy baskets before the defense is set. Julian Moore doing a great job of running the floor. Rector reading the defense.
Looking for the high-low. Plumlee, the southpaw feed for Jefferson. One-on-one with Moore. Turns and delivers.
And that's the difference. You talk about patience. That was great patience by Emil Jefferson. But think about this. He's a senior now. He's waited his turn. And now all of a sudden he's a big part of this Duke program right now. Terrific offensive rebounder. And now giving him some scoring in the low block.
Out of rhythm shot for Perkins. Duke by 12. Jones had the open look. His pass is taken away. Perkins, coast to coast.
Live ball turnovers, hard to guard. Live ball turnovers. Really a nice alert defense by Darius Perkins.
And it's Jones having to set things up once again with Thornton not on the floor for Duke. Kennard gives it up. His pocket picked by Perkins. Moore against Allen on the baseline. And there's a good step in by Grayson Allen.
Make simple plays. That's what basketball is all about right here. Watch as this play develops. Matt Jones leaves his feet to pass. You got to leave your feet to shoot. Perkins, alert and active off the ball, finishes, easy scoring opportunity. The game is so different when Matt Jones is at the point as opposed to the wing. Coach K brings back Thornton. You're going to watch Duke play at a quicker pace. You're going to see him get more easy, open looks.
What is it about Thornton's game that allows them to up the tempo?
I mean, he is a point guard. He's a facilitator. He's a guy that's going to look to push it and attack.
That is the Luke Kennard that Duke fans expected. A three-point threat. Stepping right into a shot. 31-20 Blue Devils.
And there's the new rule in effect. You got to keep your hands off the ball handler. To me, that was a little bit of incidental contact, but the rules are working. There's no doubt about it. Possessions are up, scoring's up. The game has better flow. First few weeks of the season, the rules have been a success.
First personal foul on Thornton, the 5th team foul on Duke. Backdoor cut not there, out of bounds. Stays with Utah State. And that's exactly what you're talking about, Seth. Points are up, possessions are up, and fouls, as to be expected, are up as well because the game is being called as the rules are written.
But not as significantly as we would have thought because the players have adjusted, the coaches have adjusted, and the officials have not adjusted. They're calling the rules as they're written.
Rector swatted away. Second chance. Plumlee with the rejection. Allen with a kick out. Thornton for three. And a foul on the loose ball under the bucket.
Duke has been very alert off the basketball. Their help has been early. Dribble penetration, challenge the shooter, and then they're long and they're athletic and they're quick and they protect the front of the rim.
Second foul on Julian Perry for Utah State, and the 9th team foul. Allows for a substitution. Grayson Allen to the bench and Emil Jefferson back on the floor for Duke. So it's Jefferson, Plumlee, Ingram at the free throw line with Thornton and Kennard as well in the backcourt.
Call was obviously prior to him collecting himself, Ingram collecting himself and going up. And you asked about Thornton. What happens is when you get Matt Jones off the ball, all of a sudden he's running the floor. He's playing ahead of the defense. He's playing freed up. He can play off of penetration. He is a really good jump shooter. You put him on the ball, now he's got to manage the game, usually defending the other team's best player. It just takes something away from him, but adds to his game.
Ingram's first 2 points of the afternoon stretched the lead to the largest for Duke today. 13 points with under 5 minutes left in the first half. Good deflection from Jefferson, knocks it out of bounds.
Duke's intensity defensively has been good. They still have to defend the basketball off the dribble better, but their ability to pressure the ball and extend their defense has made a difference.
That was the emphasis from Coach K, and this morning's shoot-around was maximum effort defensively against a Utah State team 2-7 all-time against the ACC. Last win against an ACC team came in the 1960-61 season. The defensive effort turns it over. Thornton with a fadeaway. Misses everything.
That's just not a good shot right there. A little rushed.
Still Utah State basketball after the steal and subsequent turnover by Thornton. Rector drops it off. Quinn Taylor fades and it rolls off.
Utah State just does not have anyone on the interior that could put pressure on this Duke defense. They had a guy who left the program a week before the start of the season, David Collette. That is a huge loss. Kennard being so aggressive today.
Good no call into the bucket. Jefferson there to clean it up. 35-20 is the lead. Blocking foul on Thornton, trying to play 94 feet of defense, and that's his second personal foul.
When Derek Thornton's in the game, good things happen. He's aggressive off the dribble. He compresses the defense. He forces the defense into rotation, which gives you high percentage shots. And there, Luke Kennard getting in the lane. Emil Jefferson, he's a garbage man. He finishes. Blue Devils up 15.
Magic Dino Gaudio coming our way at halftime. First half analysis from this man, Dino Gaudio. Duke's offense picking up a little bit.
Playing really well offensively, and Luke Kennard, the freshman from Franklin, Ohio, big lift off the bench.
Coach K will break down a play for us, and we'll look ahead to Michigan State Providence. Guys.
All right, Matt, well, Chris Dunn has been the engine that makes Providence go this year, Seth.
Chris Dunn is a special player. He is explosive off the dribble. He can shoot the ball to the three-point line. But where he really excels is he has the ability to take out your best player. His ability to defend on and off the ball, he's the best in the country.
Under 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half here at Cameron Indoor Stadium. A 7-0 run by Duke right now.
And here's Duke's 1-3-1 zone. Look how big they are at the top with Emil Jefferson. They can distort passing lanes.
Chris Smith gets going. 2 points for their leading scorer and was just 1 of 5 from the floor.
Coming out of the timeout, Coach K goes 1-3-1. Great job of Utah State recognizing it, flattening the defense, skipping it, and getting it to Chris Smith.
Imagine they saw that on the tape of the last few games. And there, Emil Jefferson up top on the 1-3-1. They love the length they can get there, especially with him or Ingram. Plumlee, offensive foul as he bowls through Lou Evans. First on Plumlee.
Utah State coming out of the timeout, they've been absolutely terrific. They see the 1-3-1, they recognize it, they go 2-1-2, flatten it, make the extra pass, put your shooters in position to score the basketball. That shot could get Chris Smith going. Excellent execution out of the timeout, recognizing the 1-3-1, and then attacking it.
Now back to the man-to-man for the Blue Devils. Evans lost his dribble. Into the lane. An uncontested finish for Evans, the redshirt junior from Salt Lake City. Back to a 10-point game now. Floater off the window does not go for Jones. Rector falls to the ground, immediately sworn. Perkins gives it back up top. The ball stripped away out of bounds and off of Duke, although the Blue Devil bench would argue otherwise.
A big part of what Utah State's trying to do right now is open up the floor, spread the court, and attack Marshall Plumlee off the bounce. Evans has the ability at 6'9" to shoot the ball with range, but more importantly, put the ball on the floor and attack that matchup.
Perkins gets it in. Shot clock is at 12 for the Aggies.
When you're playing in Cameron, it is really important to close out the half.
Evans has to shoot with 2 on the shot clock. Front iron, nothing doing. And that could be a big momentum swing for Duke. They can finish out this half on a run.
Look for Grayson Allen to get something right now.
Looking for a foul, didn't get it. Into the lane, gets 2 more. Grayson Allen with 9.
When Duke gets stuck, they're going to try to put Grayson Allen in a position to either come off some staggers, a wide pin down, or give him a big gap so he can drive it. Right there, going to his left hand, terrific pull.
Nobody in the paint right now. Rector trying to drive on Jefferson. Lofts it up. Plumlee with the rebound. 40 seconds left in the half. It's 12 seconds between the game clock and the shot clock. Allen for 3. Rector has Smith. Allen goes up to contest. And the foul is his first, stopping the clock at 26.2.
Allen shoot 50% from the 3. I thought he would shot fake that and punch it in the gap like he did in possession before, but when Duke gets stuck, yes, they can play through Jefferson, and Plumlee's been very good today, but they're going to try to get Grayson Allen freed up, especially on the right-hand side of the court where it can punch it in the gap.
It's Smith, the senior from Sacramento, at the free throw line. In on the first, averaging 17 points and 8 rebounds, team leader in both. Now has 6 when Taylor back onto the floor.
He's got a good body. He's physically strong. He created a little separation to shoot the ball.
Honorable mention All Mountain West last year and gained 25 pounds in the offseason. An important piece of this team. Well, Wednesday night, it's the Big Ten ACC Challenge presented by the U.S. Marines. It's on ESPN. A Final Four rematch. Louisville gets its first real test of the year. Number 3 Michigan State at 7:15 Eastern. And then it's Hoosiers Blue Devils, 9:15 Eastern time. Indiana at 4-2. They lost to Wake and they lost to UNLV, but it's a combined 7 points in those 2 losses.
I still like this Indiana team. They still haven't developed an identity. They've got to take care of the basketball. They're over 300 in turnover percentage. They're going to be fine, but they got to defend more consistently and take care of the ball.
Out of the timeout, Duke up by 10. They've been able to stretch that lead and keep it in double digits. Luke Kennard, 11 points, leading scorer. And behind him, Emil Jefferson has 10. Allen, who's averaging 23, sitting on 9 right now, coming down to the final possession of half number 1.
Utah State stays man. They would not be surprised to see Brandon Ingram get the ball at the top in the middle of the floor in an isolation situation. Little 1-1-3 zone defense right now by Utah State.
Kennard didn't have the shot from the corner. Drives, it's short, and a blocking foul is called. The freshman going to the free throw line.
Luke Kennard has been much more aggressive. He's playing with tremendous confidence, and he's looking to attack. On this ball first, a terrific shot fake. Shot fake sets up the drive. He plays 2 contact. Luke Kennard has been terrific in the first half, and he needs to be good for Duke to be good because he's another guy that can stretch the defense, take a little pressure off of Grayson Allen. Look at the quick ball reversal, dealing with the zone. Shot fake, lifts the defender. He attacks. Defense is a little bit late. Kennard plays right into the body of the defender.
Now, I didn't see Evans' feet, but did you think he was a legal defender there? Had his chest up.
We
to
have
Kennard?
a great vantage point from up here, but I have to be honest, I wasn't looking, but you know, Les Jones is pretty good, and Tim Clougherty on the far side, standing almost right in front of his dad, who's the coordinator of officials for the ACC. This is a very good officiating crew. Now, I wouldn't have said that a year ago. Let's watch his feet right here. Look at the help side defender. He looks like he is outside of the cylinder, of the circle. That is one of the hardest calls for the officials to make. They've got to show great teamwork to make that call because you're looking for the contact, that trail official's got to step in and give some help.
When the defender's there, as long as his feet are outside the arc, the rules say he can move laterally or obliquely, diagonally back.
Obliquely, that's good. That's a Syracuse word. That's really impressive. You Syracuse guys always coming up with these words. Fairleigh Dickinson, Harvard on the Hackensack. We don't use obliquely.
It's all the snow. You got to stay inside and read something. I picked the dictionary. At the half, it's Duke 38, Utah State 27. In the studio, our friends Dino Gaudio and Matt Schick have more.